Hey, what's going on? Welcome to It's All About the Hunt. I'm Nate, and today it's going to be all about my latest toy hauls. So it's going to be a little GIJoe heavy, but I do have a couple other lines near the end. So jump around, chapters at the bottom, figures at the bottom, whatever it is. As I open them, I'm going to rip through a bunch, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit as each one. So let's crack into it. We're going to have a little bit of classifieds, some of the Super 7, a Blokees Transformer. So I'm going to go through each one, chapters at the bottom. Make sure you can jump around a little bit. Try to watch the whole thing. No, anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to start with the classifieds. So while I was on vacation over the summer, I went to Pittsburgh for a little while. And I went to Pop Culture Comics. They have a rad little shop. They have actually 2 locations, I think, up there that I've been to. And they're both pretty good. So I always stop in there every time I'm in town. And they had a good deal on a couple of loose GIJoe classifieds that I haven't picked up already, so I was super excited to grab those. So we got Quick Kick, one of the best, I collect all the ninjas, so Quick Kick being the like kung fu expert. When I was watching GIJoe, he was one of the like staples in the episodes. So classifieds, I don't really have to talk about the articulation, it's really good. You can get range of motion, swivels, you name it, they're on there. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. They're pretty awesome. The likeness, I like how they're kind of going to the classic designs more than like their own interpretations, which they did do it in the beginning, and I think they kind of like started to change gears. And they still give them their own flair, I guess, but they're kind of still based really on the 80s designs. They are all complete. I'm not going to rip open all their accessories right now. Just going to pose them a little bit, get them ready for my shelf. Not even much room on there. So they were all complete, and they were like a pretty good deal. So $10 for a loose GIJoe classified, I'll take it. I think they actually had $7 on the Iron Grenadier, and as far as I could tell, he was complete as well. So Quick Kick, bunch of extra hands. You got a throwing star with a little bit of motion to it. That's pretty cool. Trusty backpack. So they like single wrapped every single accessory. Oh, they gave him a chocolate bar. That's pretty funny. Some nunchucks, couple swords, alt head. Kind of doing the they give him an alt head and he's kind of doing that like Bruce Lee face. That's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna easily pop that out. And pop that one on. I think I'm going to go nunchucks. I do like the ankle rockers, so you can actually have more of a pose. Double jointed knees. I mean, the articulation on the classifieds are so good now. Different hands just most of the time pretty easily pop off. I've never had to be really careful with like the classifieds, but some of the other lines, you got to be super careful with popping things in and out. But like most of the time, Hasbro does pretty good job of like the quality. Alright, so we got a little Quick Kick action. Next I grabbed Jinx, of course. GIJoe the movie was like one of my favorite things when I was a kid, right? It was the first time there was blood in GIJoe. It was the craziest thing. If you experienced it when you were a kid, tell me how you guys felt. Like, I was like, what? This is crazy. There's blood in a GIJoe cartoon. You know, watching the 80s action movies that I grew up watching too, but like in cartoon form, it was so good. Anyway, Jinx introduced. Great figure. Cool accessories. It's got the stick, the sword, extra bandana if you want to leave her just, you know, chilling with the hair. I think I'm going to go ninja mask. So some of her sculpt is a little bit interesting, huh? It's like her, there it goes. Her hip pants are going underneath of her leg for some reason, but I can kind of try to get it to come back out. So, not one of my favorites. The tattoo's alright, but like, it lacks, it kind of just almost becomes like blobby. I mean, you can kind of see the lines and kind of see a design in there. You got some flowers. Like, it was a cool idea, but I don't know if I'd want to see something a little bit more detailed. I don't know. I don't know what kind of tattoo she should have. Should she have any? Should she just have the red sleeves? Not sure how I feel about the ninja head. Maybe that's why the other head was on. Just kind of like makes her neck seem kind of too tall. It is popped in. It won't come off easily. I mean, I'm going to go for it, and that's what I'm going to leave her with, but... And her one arm kind of is sticking. Alright, cool. Moving on to the next one. Good old Iron Grenadier. I mean, $7. The cheapest, like, buying him brand new would have been at $25, right? And then current market price on him, if he bought him new, I think on Amazon at least, was like $35 or something. So finding him for $7, I was like, yep, I'll take it. He's gotta have the ridiculous helmet, because that's like the old school Destro's crew. He's got a ton of guns. He's got his sword. The old one always had the sword. I think he had the little Uzi type gun too, but he's got the pistol, got a holster for one. Oh, he's got a holster for the other. Cool. Good details. I like the plastic extra pieces. It's a good figure. Really nice details. I dig it. Destro's Iron Grenadiers. Do I give him the LMG or the AR? AR. I don't know. Somebody that plays COD all the time, I don't want to be that slow. So he's supposed to be a kind of an elite soldier, right? One of Destro's elite. Okay, magazines are falling out, so they did add the removable magazines. I do like that little feature, especially if you're somebody that builds like dioramas or something, right? You can have a dude just trying to reload, hiding in cover or something. You know, it could look really cool. I love the GIJoe classified line, man. It is probably one of my favorite lines right now to collect. That's just because I'm down to like some really expensive figures left for the actual 80s line. I got most of the 80s stuff, but alright. Sorry. Moving on. Iron Grenadier. Awesome. Some new guys. We got Snake Eyes again. This was like when I was going out, I guess, of GIJoe, and I was starting to get a little bit older, but you got that Snake Eyes. I think he was one of the last actual figures that I owned when I was a kid. And you got Cobra Commander in the armor, which was actually pretty awesome too. So I'm going to open these guys next. Classifieds, let's go. So he was like, you know, one of the cool looking commando figures right before they went super neon and everything was super bright. He did come with like bright weapons, I'm pretty sure. Like the grappling hook, I'm pretty sure it was. Alright, he's got a double sword sheath to put on his back. It's kind of awkward how it fits on there. Just kind of sticks up. Little MP5, submachine gun, kind of similar to what he came with originally. Ooh, silencer does detach, so be careful with that. I didn't realize it. They were both together in the package, so. So he came with a holster. Was there a pistol in there? Did I not see it? Yeah. He has like a holster for a pistol, but he doesn't have a pistol. Stick the grappling hook in there, kinda. Then I have all his accessories out and I don't have to pack any away. I'll do it. So dope. Version 3. Pretty dope figure. Can't wait to add him to my shelf. Cobra Commander in battle armor. I love the combat armor. This was like one of my favorite designs when I was a kid. Probably one of my favorites out of the Cobra Commander suits too. I mean, Metal Mask is just so like unique, you know, and iconic. He's got like a iguana. Some extra hands. Same design as his old school gun. I love like the attention to detail like that. Like they updated them, but they still keep like that same shape and everything. Same with his backpack, you know, like they're the only accessories he had. The mouthpiece though, you would always lose that. Or maybe you wouldn't always, but sometimes. They gave him two faces. One's got more snake-like eyes. One's got more of a human face. Because he was once a man. So they did the once a man already. I already opened that. You might have seen that video. And if you want to go check it out, it's up. I'm definitely going to keep the snake eyes on there. Feels great. Even with the armor pieces, some of them are a little bit extra pieces, so be careful. I don't know where they're attached. So sometimes one of the things that used to drive me crazy was like the leg pouches and things that they put on them, and they would like fall off all the time. He does not have those, but I was just worried the way the shoulders are on there. I don't want to maneuver him too much, but it seems pretty flexible. Looks like it's attached up at the shoulder, so it's attached up through his upper body. Just love it, dig it. So it's tough. So his front arms are actually posable. His back legs look a little bit posable too. That's pretty cool. Trying to figure out a way to get it to stay on him, but it won't really work. So. Got his iguana hanging out. It doesn't really work very well. He's not going to stay out, but pretty awesome. Another dope figure from the classified line. I dig these. Cobra Commander, combat armor. Alright, on to my next set. So, the next thing up is going to be some Super 7. I've been digging these. These have been super rad. They've been putting out old school 3 3/4 O-ring GIJoe. So I picked up the Python Patrol one bat at Target. So I built like a really cool little set of like all the Python Patrol figures that they made. Of course I got all the ones that they came out. And then I grabbed some of like the Black Major ones. So I got a cool little shelf. It looks like this. Of Python Patrol. And I want to like put this guy in there. So it'll be a little while before I integrate some figures in these shelves because I got to rearrange all of them, but I do have quite a little stack of figures to go in. Python Patrol bat, so I'm ripping him. Let's go. Love the file cards that they're doing with these Super 7 figures. The art, it just feels nostalgic, you know, it's so great. The figure plastic feels kind of cheap comparatively to the Hasbro ones that they've been putting out, but I think Hasbro's basically done, but they're awesome. Continuing the line, it's a great idea. It's got a cool submachine gun. But I will put his attachments in his backpack. So he's got the 3 slots like the old school one. It's got the claw, flamethrower, laser gun, I guess. Too bad they didn't get the hologram sticker for his chest. Been the only thing. I guess you will get the MP. Alright, you'll get the sub. I think they actually have it where both hands can come off instead of just one. That's cool. Alright. Python Patrol bat. I went to the Maryland Toy Expo over the summer and grabbed a couple loose figures too. One of the later Viper versions. They had 2 for $5 and they were like $3 each. So I grabbed 2 for the 5. The other one's overkill. The only reason I grabbed them is because he's got all the little guns inside of his chest and his chest plate, which is sometimes missing. So you can get complete ones for kind of cheap that are missing those guns. Complete them both. But for $250, he's still a pretty cool bat control, and he goes along with the theme, right? I am not going to open Cold Slither Zartan. I don't know if I already showed him, but I did grab him too not too long ago. I went to my comic shop, Collector's Corner, and they had a 50% off sale and grabbed another Shockwave complete. $25. I thought it was an alright deal, so he's one of those figures. Alright, back to the Super 7. Just got these delivered as well, so I'm super excited for Super 7. Sticking with that theme, they released this bat. It's got like the bombs around his stomach or chest. They did the old school GIJoe 53. It was the one with the snake eyes with like the border. It was awesome. It's a great cover if you don't own it. But that was pretty cool. I thought that was it's an awesome presentation. So he's not getting open either. Zartan, the bat, they can hang out. Lieutenant Falcon. Don Johnson, right? Old school. Another one, just pretty awesome. I love the movie though, so I can't wait till they do a Pythona and a couple of the other characters that we missed from Cobra La, because they did do Once a Man Cobra Commander, which I got the San Diego classified one, which is pretty awesome. This one's just continuing that trend, so he's dope, and he's going up on the shelf. Not a lot of room left on some of my shelves, so I gotta be kind of sparse of which ones I'm gonna open. He's making the cut though. It's got the spore packet that like pops in his face and turns him into the snake version. Oh, he's awesome. Once a man. It's like Roblox is carrying him out and he starts changing, right? He keeps talking in riddles. I love it. It's so great. Some of those figures that we didn't get when we were kids that we would have loved to have when we were kids. The nostalgia is strong. And he's got the little spore. He's going on the Cobra shelf. Gotta do it, right? Python Patrol Cobra Commander. So that's another thing that they're doing that I really dig, right? Black Major put some of these things out that are, you know, pretty cool, but now they're doing like official ones. So I'm gonna grab them. The Python Patrol. I'm a set builder, and I like having all of them. Like even the Tiger Forces, even when I did the O-ring styles in like 2004. Could be wrong on that year, but whatever. Around there. I love those sets. They're great. I opened them all. They had a Python Patrol one too. So continuing that like whole line it's just a cool idea. Oh, his gun just kind of broke though, didn't it? Gun bent a little bit when he popped it out, so be careful with that. It's kind of, now I'm scared to touch it. It looks like it almost got a little crack in there. So I noticed the accessory part of getting them out, trying to push them out through the back, they're really kind of like hard plastic around them, so it's not easy to do. Be careful, that's all. Luckily it didn't break, but it felt like it was about to. Again, it's awesome. So you got old school metal face, MF Cobra Commander, Python Patrol. He's dope, he's awesome. I wish he still had the like little thing where you could just attach his gun on his back. Little details, right? They didn't follow through with that one, but that's alright. So anyway, I started blasting. 2 guns, let's go. They're awesome. I'm excited for this line. Like, I can't wait for it to continue. I missed the Red Cape Serpentor. I did want him. I bought these all the other day from their website just because there was a couple that dropped. But Red Cape Serpentor sold out pretty quick. Alright. Python Patrol Cobra Commander. One of the other things that I got at Pop Culture Comics, and it was only $4.99, was the Soundwave Blokees. If you guys watched my earlier channel with these, I was like hunting for one of these, and I spent probably, I don't know, 50 bucks. I think I bought like 5 or 6 something. No, I bought quite a few, but they were only like 5 bucks each. But I did get the upgraded, the metallic version is the one I finally hit out of all of them. And this one was 5 bucks. I was like, heck yeah. I didn't have this version. He does not have his stand, that's the only thing. But it's like the base version that you could get out of it. So I grabbed him as well. He just kind of fits in with the 3 3/4 inch figures, right? Alright, that's going to do it for this toy haul. Thanks for checking this out. If you want to see more of my collecting journey, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Click that button right down below. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. On to the next one. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these GIJoe classifieds, of these Super 7s. Where are you at? Where are you guys at? Are you collecting them? Are you picking them up? I'm super excited for them. So, on to the next one. Again, I'm Nate. This was It's All About the Hunt, and I'll catch you on the next hunt. out.